What's up, guys? We're coming here from sunny California. Got my brother here. Just sat in a coffee shop for a couple hours. Did some reading, some thinking. Just kidding. We're in Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Not
It's
actually
also
in California. I know, it's surprising.
Yep.
This barren, God-given landscape.
One day. Well, we're at least appreciative of what God's given us as a place to walk. So, anyway, we just finished sitting in a coffee shop for a few hours. Did a lot of reading, did some learning, learned some lessons. Nick, what'd you do while you were there?
I read a lot, and I scrolled on Hinge and liked a lot of women's posts.
Okay.
But I actually got a match, so...
So it was worth it then. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was worth it for sure. Oh, we gotta walk, bro. We gotta get there.
Yeah, for me?
Show them the walking thing. Show them the walking thing. We gotta get across that road. Go. Just a little vlog style video for today, guys.
Yeah, just a conversation. So, Nick, what'd you read?
I read some Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. He just talked about how when he was younger, he was abused and overworked, even in the second grade, and it actually set him up in the second grade to have severe learning disabilities and actually develop a stress-induced lisp.
Jeez.
And right now I'm at the part where he had a really great teacher in first and second grade, but now that he's in the third and fourth grade, he has a bit of a worse teacher who's actually preying on his downfall, trying to get him kicked out of the school.
Dang.
I'm on page, I just finished chapter 1, so now I'm on chapter 2, titled, I Could Have Been a Statistic. And there's a really good quote in the book, right at the start, where he dedicates the book, I forget the exact word, but to the unrelenting voice in his head that'll never let him quit.
Yeah, I remember when I was listening to the audiobook version a long time ago, and I came across all that, and he started it with all of his backstory and all the bad things that were holding him back. And then when he starts to transition to when he starts getting wins, starts building momentum in his life, it's crazy the transformation he has.
Yeah. And also, guys, we're going to be recording a podcast today and posting it to mine and Andrew's channel. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and make sure you watch them both for two different perspectives. So, as we can switch to what I read. I started off reading a bit of the Bible, 2 Corinthians, I think chapters 5 through 9. And the one lesson that I learned that we talked about a little earlier was, don't put a stumbling block in other people's path, other people's walk in faith, other people's journey with Christ. And I really took that personally, took it internally and thought, how have I put a stumbling block in other people's paths? How have I been ungodly in my actions to make people view Christianity as lesser? And I realized anytime I've really hated other people just because of how they looked or how they acted, that's ungodly. God says we shouldn't hate the sinner, we should hate the sin. And so anytime I would be hateful towards a person rather than just for the sin that they committed, that was me being sort of hypocritical in the godly love that I'm supposed to show for other people. And yeah, just don't put stumbling blocks in other people's ways. I thought that was really powerful because it means we should hold ourselves to extremely high standards in terms of how we act and how we represent our faith and our beliefs. Nick, do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was actually reading this morning how the prophet Elijah was being hunted down for a few years, and he hid in a cave. And he had all of Israel, he had the sinful king of Israel summon all 450 prophets of Baal. And he basically did an experiment where he had them worship for 3 days and 3 nights.
Oh, was this where he eventually had the fire come down on an altar?
Yeah,
oh,
so
dude,
he
that's
had
a
them
good
all
story.
prepare 2 bulls, one for him to prove the power of God and one for them to prove the power of Baal. So they prayed, all the 450 prophets of Baal versus him, the only prophet of God there, in front of the entirety of Israel. And so they prayed for 3 days and 3 nights to Baal, but he never came down and brought fire on the bull. Why is that? 450 to 1, that's a whole lot of prayers.
Yeah.
So after 3 days and 3 nights, Elijah said a simple 2-line prayer, O God of Israel and Jacob and Isaac, bring fire down onto this bull. And guess what happened? He brought fire down on not only his bull, but the bull of Baal as well.
Dang.
Proving that God is superior. So Elijah had all 450 prophets killed, and the king over Israel at the time, the sinful king, was trying to have Elijah killed, but God gave him speed to run away from him, despite the king being in a chariot. So we'll find out next time when I get back to reading my Bible, but when I finished that story, he was about to appoint the new king of Israel and anoint Elisha as the new prophet of God.
Yeah, I think it's
Really
pretty cool seeing like the line of prophets and like because like even though the Bible is all true and everything happened, it's cool to like think about it and think about all the stories that you read. Because where I'm in the Bible in the New Testament, it's less stories and more so like lessons that prophets write about. Because I haven't read too much of the New Testament. I'm only a little past the Gospels. But like in Corinthians, it's just a lot of lessons that Paul's writing to the church. And he teaches them a lot about how they should act, how they should outwardly appear to other people, how they should care. And that reminds me of another lesson that I got where it said, don't worry about the approval of people who aren't really sharing in your faith. Because it said, what is there in common between God and a sinner?
Yep.
An unbelieving sinner anyway. There's nothing. What congruence is there between God and Satan? Nothing. So why should we care for the approval of those who follow Satan rather than God?
Yeah, that's one of the things about self-improvement is a lot of people try to tempt you, get you to sin.
Yeah, especially being a man of faith.
Why would you care about their approval? You
Right.
really shouldn't. You should just find other friends like we have, where we've both been reading the Bible for a while, been on self-improvement for a long time. We can make it if we speed up.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the things that I want to do wherever I transfer to is find people like me.
Nice.
I want to find people who are willing to grow in my faith and
We made it.
who are willing to grow in faith and physique and intelligence with me.
We're back at Mac, baby.
We're back at Mac, baby.
Back at Mac.
So I think that's where we'll be signing off. I guess call to action for this video
We back, baby.
might be find people like you, find people who share your goals and stuff.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
See y'all.